Grain and livestock markets closed mostly lower Thursday. This is the American Ag Network. I'm Corryn with this closing market wrap-up. Grain and oilseed futures remained on the defensive today, although some markets paired losses on firmer crude oil. Wheat led the downside, falling 4 to 6 cents under continued pressure from easing concerns about the Persian Gulf situation, along with technically driven selling and weak U.S. export demand. Weekly export sales showed corn at 1.362 million metric tons for 25-26, within trade expectations of 1 to 1.8 million, but slightly below the 4-week average. USDA also reported new crop corn sales of 122,800 metric tons. Soybean sales disappointed at just 141,900 metric tons for 25-26, a marketing year low and down 51% from the 4-week average, falling well short of trade guesses. New crop soybean sales were minimal at 5,500 metric tons, positioning ahead of USDA's upcoming supply and demand updates, and the first survey-based estimate of 2026 winter wheat production also added to the cautious tone. Pre-report trade estimates pegged 2026 U.S. all-wheat production at 1.746 billion bushels, down sharply from last year, with carryout projections averaging 820 million bushels for 26-27. Over in the livestock complex, futures finished in the red. Lean hogs were down 20 cents, though front-month contracts did rebound off multi-month lows. Live cattle trade remained volatile, while feeder cattle futures came under renewed pressure from speculative long liquidation, though prices finished well off session lows. Over on the demand side, March U.S. pork exports were a supportive factor, totaling 285,567 metric tons, up 6% from a year ago, and the strongest March in 5 years. Weekly pork export sales totaled 30,600 metric tons, down from the prior week. The pork cutout value was higher at 96.45, while the weighted average hog price was lower at 90.19. Hog slaughter is expected at 491,000 head, up 10,000 from last year. Taking a look at closing numbers, we've got July corn down 1 at 467.5. July soybeans down 2.5 at 1192.25. July wheat down 5 at 612.25. July Kansas City wheat down 19.75 at 667.25. July Minneapolis wheat down 18 at 673. Moving over to the livestock complex, we've got June live cattle down 342 at 250.05, May feeder cattle down 607 at 366.32, and May hogs down 20 at 91.50. Thanks for joining me for this closing market wrap-up. I'm Corryn with the American Ag Network.